Hey guys, first Regardsman here. I'll be talking about a double Melta build for the Vanguard class in patch 9.0 Space Marine 2 using the Melta rifle and Inferno pistol. Now, this build is shockingly effective. You get a stupid amount of armor restore on this, and the ammo efficiency is shockingly good as well. And the Melta rifle is just stupidly popular in this game, especially for the Vanguard class. And patch 9.0 did buff a couple versions of this gun. Now the range version has better range and less damage fall off, and the version down here, which was previously the firepower variant, is now a rate of fire variant, though I actually kind of prefer the range variant because this thing is pretty good for zoanthropes and bosses, like shooting through a Carnifex into the guys behind him, actually shockingly good at times, which is why I decided to use it today. Now, for the perk tree here, I did pick up Decisive Reload. Performing a finisher on a Majoris level or higher enemy with this weapon restores ammo by 1. This is an amazing perk. I think it is far better than the magazine restoration up here because really only gets 6 shots back from this on like a significantly more obnoxious thing to trigger, which is dropping your HP below 30%, which can happen, but we also lose out on the amazing perk down here, Rapid Health. When your health is below 30%, killing 7 enemies in rapid succession restores health by 10%. This perk is incredible, especially since I decided to take Inner Fire on this build, so I just prefer this bottom tree significantly more, and Decisive Reload is just incredible in general. Now, next perk I take is also God tier, Trick Shot. Killing 5 enemies with 1 shot restores 1 armor segment. Cooldown is 30 seconds. This perk gives you back so much free armor over the course of the game, and if you stack this with the Trick Shot on the Inferno pistol, they have separate cooldowns, and you can pretty much just like blast them on cycle into Minoris hordes and just get a ton of free armor back on top of your prestige perk. So really strong option. Pretty much always pick up this perk regardless of like which path you go here. Next perk I take is Great Might. Damage increases by 10% against Terminus level enemies. This does basically nothing for you because this gun is not amazing versus Terminus in general, but it's better than nothing. Now, next perk here is Divine Might. Damage increases by 10%. Pretty strong option for a flat damage increase. Then we pick up the extended magazine. This one just makes it so our magazine capacity is a 6 instead of 5, so pretty useful for that. Next perk here is just First Shot, and then move over here into Retaliation. After a perfectly timed dodge, you deal 25% more damage for 10 seconds. 25% damage buff on this weapon is actually kind of noticeable, not bad by any means. And then we just pick up a free fire rate increase, so that's pretty much all there is for this perk tree. Now, for the Inferno pistol, you have a couple options here. You could either take the magazine capacity version or the rate of fire variant. Personally, I think the rate of fire variant is far better because, first of all, having a faster rate of fire on this thing means you can kill enemies more quickly, especially Minoris this is primarily good against. And also, the rate of fire increase means you get back more CHP, which is really valuable because this weapon is actually really good for CHP recovery, which is why I kind of like it at times. Now, for the perk tree, we also don't really struggle with ammo economy here because we have the perk down here, Adamant Restoration. When your health drops below 30%, your ammo reserve is restored by 25% of the maximum capacity. You cannot exceed maximum ammo capacity. Cooldown is 30 seconds. This is the only secondary in the entire game that has this perk, so super valuable option. I pretty much always take it down here, and like this other one up here for like no fear, not even remotely as good as just getting extra ammunition on dropping low HP, so super strong perk. Pretty much always pick this up. Now, another strong perk in this tree is Motivated Melee. Melee damage increases by 20%. This weapon has no ammo in its magazine. We are playing the Vanguard class. It's just a free melee DPS increase whenever we use our ammunition here, so pretty strong for that. Now, next perk I take down here is Perpetual Range. Effective range increases by 1 meter. This is actually pretty good on this weapon because this weapon's range sucks ass, so I picked this one up as well, and obviously we can pick it up to move freely down into Adamant Restoration. Now, next perk I pick up is Extra Shot. Magazine size increases by an additional cartridge. Really, you're not using this thing for damage, even with the perk up here, 1 shot, so this one is just significantly better in my opinion. And also we move into the God tier perk, Trick Shot. Killing 5 enemies with 1 shot restores 1 armor segment. Cooldown is 30 seconds, and like I said before, when you stack this one with the perk up here in the Melta rifle of the same name, you pretty much just get the exact same effect over and over by swapping your weapons, and they are on separate cooldowns, so super strong for armor restore, especially on the Vanguard class. Now, for my melee weapon selection, I do pick up the Relic tier Blockchain Sword, which I think is by far the best option for this build in particular, and the reason why is that first up, we have 2 Melta guns, so we already clap Minoris cheeks like a Donkey Kong bongo drum. They really can't do much to us with both of these guns combined, and also we get a ton of free armor off of them already with these guns, and our gun strikes also suck ass on the Inferno pistol, so getting more gun strikes like balance or fencing hardly matters, period. And an added benefit is that the Adrenaline Surge charges from block give us a ton of extra armor versus Terminus, Majoris, and Extremis, and an added bonus on top of all of that is that this thing does so much damage that we can like one combo hit the breakpoint to actually put guys into tactical prowess half the time. Very, very strong combo here, and really, I just think the blockchain sword is by far the best option for this build in particular for all those reasons. And for the weapon perk tree selection on this weapon, I do take Perpetual Strength, moving into Swift Recovery for extra CHP regen. This perk is actually even better on the Balance and Fencing version, so if you do want to use those variants, this one is a great perk as well. Next perk I take up here is Perpetual Strength, then I move over into the Stomp Area of Effect Radius increase, because the perk down here, Saw Blade, 5 strikes on a 1-speed chainsword is just never happening, so kind of a worthless perk for us. Then I pick up the perk Combined Onslaught, moving into Heavy Onslaught for even more heavy attack damage. Then I pick up the Full Throttle perk for the combo skip, and then grab Minoris Slayer and Extremis Slayer. Now, I will say, if you're going to be using like a balance or fencing version, I would just build it this way instead. Just take Perpetual Strength, Swift Recovery, move over here in the exact same way. Instead, we take Saw Blade though, then move up into Combined Onslaught, pick up Full Throttle, and then we go all the way into Momentum Gain, because we do benefit from light attacks off of like each consecutive light attack, increasing our damage by 3% up to 30% for 3 seconds on a fast attacking weapon, significantly more. And we also just benefit from Combined Onslaught for the light combo attack weapon damage increase. So a pretty strong option there for like balance and fencing, but I still prefer block. Now for the Vanguard perk tree selection here, where this whole build actually starts to come together, I pick up Upper Hand first. After a perfectly timed parry, block, or dodge, you do not lose control upon taking heavy hits, and you cannot be knocked back for 10 seconds. No knockback in this game. It's just one of the best status effects, period. It saves your life from stun locks, also lets you do things like gun strikes and block combos you otherwise could not do, period. So top tier perk wherever you can find it. Pretty much always pick this up. Melee Mastery and Moving Target are by no means bad. This perk is just way better. Next perk here is Conviction. When your armor is fully depleted, you take 25% less health damage for 10 seconds. This is a very powerful perk. 25% health damage reduction is super chunky, and a 10-second uptime is a very long uptime, and usually by the time this thing runs out, you already have armor back, so pretty much always pick this up as well. Though alternatively, you could take the perk here, Close Combat Focus. You take 20% less range damage. This one will affect your armor, but having an anti-nuke for your HP is still valuable regardless of this. And also, we will be picking up a range damage reduction here with Restless Fortitude later, so not that valuable for us on this build. Now, next perk here is Consecutive Execution. Killing 7 enemies in rapid succession restores equipment charged by 1. Cooldown is 90 seconds. Now, a 90-second Shock Nade, Crack Grenade, or Melta Bomb is invaluable on all classes, but Crack Grenades for this build in particular for operations versus Tyranids is very strong, because we have a Melta Rifle and Inferno Pistol, so Zoanthropes are very annoying for us, and this one just helps us get back nades and stuff like that. Now, for the team perk selection, I decided to take the perk here, Inner Fire. All squad members can restore ability charge by 15% by performing finishers on Majoris level or higher enemies. Now, the description here is actually wrong. You don't have to actually do a finisher on Majoris or higher, you simply have to kill them, so it's even better than it sounds. And this perk is simply an amazing enabler for not only you, but your teammates as well. And since for this build, we are taking the perk Launch Restoration, using the Grapnel Launcher restoring 1 armor segment to us, more grapnels means more armor. It also means more triggers of things like Restless Fortitude. After a diving kick, you take 40% less range damage for 10 seconds, and this damage reduction also counts for the armor we got off of things like Launch Restoration, so super valuable for us. And the best perk combo on the Vanguard period right now is Zone of Impact plus Tactical Prowess. This perk giving you significant AoE damage on a grapnel finisher, and this one allowing you to grapnel finisher anyone that's at 33% HP or below except for Terminus, and giving you your grapnel back upon finishing them with a grapnel launcher. So really strong perk. Unfortunately, this one loves to bug out and just eat your grapnel, so Inner Fire can help you get it back more quickly and just makes it a lot easier to use. So really, really strong combo here. The Unmatched Zeal perk is definitely easier to use for some players, but you'll actually find more stims, especially in the operations, if you take Inner Fire, because let's say you get low HP in Space Marine 2 and you break open a box, you are significantly more likely to find a stim at low HP than max HP, so you might actually be losing out on stims you'd otherwise find if you do take this perk in operations. And honestly, for operations period, I think Inner Fire is just better, because it just generates so much value for things like the Assault Jump Pack, Tactical Auspex, Bulwark Banner especially. If they have like Invigorating Icon or something, you're not going to be missing like the healing to begin with anyways, so Inner Fire is just a god tier perk, really has been since the game came out, and really just helps us build, period. And the first perk I take in the gear section is Restless Fortitude. After a diving kick, you take 40% less range damage for 10 seconds. This perk is incredible. 40% less range damage damage is super chunky, 10-second uptime is super long, and since we do have the perk down here, Launch Restoration, you go in on the guy, you get a 40% range damage reduction to your armor first, and if your armor actually breaks, you then also trigger the perk here, Conviction, for a 25% health damage reduction on top of the range damage reduction. So you were just stupidly tanky versus both melee guys. If there are any range guys around you shooting at you, you'll take basically no damage from them. Now, the only thing that sucks about this perk is it has a negative perk synergy with Tactical Prowess, because if you actually perform a grapple finisher, you will not trigger the Restless Fortitude ability, which kind of sucks, but that's why we take the Inner Fire and Combat Readiness perk down here to get our grapple back so quickly that we really don't care about just like doing a normal grapple on a guy, so you just use this over and over. Now, you could take Shockwave, but I don't really care about this perk all that much because this is primarily good to clear out Bramble and stuff, and we have an Inferno Pistol and Melta Rifle, which do that anyways, so not super valuable for us. And the next perk I take is Zone of Impact. Performing a finisher with the Grapnel Launcher deals damage to nearby enemies. This is an incredible perk when combined with Tactical Prowess to just clear out whole hordes by itself, and like the main thing holding this back is like weird grapnel targeting bugs and stuff like your grapnels being eaten by the game period, which is why I take Inner Fire and Combat Readiness again, because getting your grapnel back faster just means you get more Tactical Prowess Zone of Impact triggers, Restless Fortitude triggers, and armor. So really valuable perk combo synergies here, and Combat Readiness is a pretty damn good perk. Now, alternatively, you could take the perk up here, Thrill of the Fight. After a perfectly timed parry, block, or dodge, you take 20% less health damage for 5 seconds. This is a pretty strong perk, but 5 seconds is not like a super long uptime. Getting my grapnel back more just means more damage reduction in the first place off of armor and things like Restless Fortitude, so I just value this one a bit more highly, but that's really up to you. Now, for the Prestige perk selection, number 1, we take Battlefield Awareness. If a target is within 8 meters, you deal 10% more range damage. Well, we have an Inferno Pistol and a Melta Rifle, so we're pretty much always going to be within 8 meters of a target, and we have a ton of grapnels, so very valuable perk for us. Pretty much always take this one. Next perk I take is Fortitude. Health increases by 15%. This one just makes you tankier. Super valuable perk wherever you can find it. Kind of a boring effect, but a very powerful one. Next perk is Launch Restoration. Using the Grapnel Launcher restores one armor segment. This perk is incredible because usually you want armor when you go in on a guy to begin with. Very strong to keep you alive, and also benefits from damage reduction to range. Next perk here is Restoration. Killing 7 enemies in rapid succession restores one armor segment. Cooldown is 15 seconds. This is just extra armor restore on us, and also this will stack with things like Trick Shot on the Melta Rifle to give you like 2 armor back off of shooting into a horde of Minors, so very powerful synergy there. And the amount of armor restore you get on this build is kind of stupid to begin with. Very strong options, which is why I like both of these. And armor restores in Space Marine 2 are just meta for a reason, because armor has the damage caps that HP does not, and armor just saves your life, and it's basically free damage reduction, which is why I prefer this. Now, if you want to take Exigency Charge and like sit at low HP, you could, but Rapid Health will heal you above this pretty often, and the perk down here, Equipment Damage increasing by 20%, is not very powerful at all, because this only hits like 1 breakpoint in the whole game versus Zoanthropes, which hardly matters, and Indomitable Spirit, kind of redundant when we have the perk here Upper Hand, which is why I picked these 4 here instead. And that's pretty much all there is for this build guide. The Melta Rifle is pretty damn strong with this build setup. Now, over here, I would pick up the magazine capacity ammo reserve option if I was playing Siege mode or something, because ammo is more important there. And if you want to pick up like the healing perk for your team selection instead, you certainly could. That's up to you, but either way, thank you for watching. Hopefully this build guide helped and explained my reasoning for my build selection here, and as always, take it easy. Here's some gameplay.
Alright, these guys.
If I can get an AoE grapnel in here, that'd be good. Perfect.
What needs grapple? We cannot leave this place without awakening all the consoles.
Unfortunately, that was one of the not so low ones.
Swapping out magazine. We cannot leave this place without awakening all the consoles. place without awakening all the consoles. Just set. Arming up. We cannot leave this place without awakening all the consoles.
Ammo, perfect. Now we're back. Now the range definitely helps the Melta rifle a bit here. Not a ton, but does help. Alright, so you guys want to do this? Alright, I don't mind fighting you in here at all.
We cannot leave this place without awakening all the consoles.
Oh, this should kill him. And I'm gonna crack grenade the zone throw over there.
Fork available.
After we trigger our little range damage reduction.
Magazine out, magazine in. We cannot leave this place without awakening all the consoles. What needs grappling? Finished and ready. We cannot leave this place without awakening all the consoles. Coming out. Finished and ready. Grenade deployed. Pedal unbound. Stop radiant ambush. Let us murder it.
Pull him in here.
Smells like fresh munitions. Into the fray. Cracking their
So I gotta go. Bramble guys, the Bramble dudes are actually pretty mean in this game. So, not a fan of that. I want to use these walls the best I can. I kind of want to use the corners here just because I don't want to get hit by that stupid range attack he's got right now. I've been flubbing on the executes, but thank God we have the inner fire. Finally. Found one. Alright, I'm over this guy. massive delay on that hit. Light ammo. That.
Smells like fresh munitions. Reloading. No one feel its rain with bolts of fire. Unleashing crack grenade. Closing the gap. Tunneling seals. Kill it. Low and full. Eliminated. Smoking out magazine. Grapple launcher set. Crack grenade out. Reloading. Feather unbound. Book available. Magazine in.
Burn. Oh god. Alright, never mind. Pretty easy. Sometimes kind of annoying to try gunstrike him with an Inferno pistol and just dash. But in this tight area, it's not that bad. That wasn't too bad at all. Smooth sailing.
That's that sword so disappointing. Feather unbound. Glad to have that side box buzzing out of my ear. One down. Trillions to go. Looking out, Max. Grapple launch. Cracking their armor. Grapple launcher set. Into the morgue of death. Shoot that down, sword. Stay dead, run. Hulk available. Crack grenade deployed. Closing the gap.
Had to get rid of this thing.
Replenish and
If I
ready.
can.
Unleashing Franklin. What needs grappling? No more rounds.
Alright, get rid of this stupid thing.
The tyrannic death will unleash heaven to nourish the cannons. Punching through the defense. Into the morn. Rebel will just set. New hope and no graves. Unleashing crack grenade. Empower the last cannons. Initiate the generators. What the Titan launches its missiles.
Alright, almost there.
Unleash the Imperium's might. The tyranny dares to attack us.
Right, you're done.
Swapping out magazine. Xenos Stalker hunts us. Tyrannies. That will teach you to sneak up on a stock. The Titan launches its missile.
Oh, they're coming. So they are on separate cooldowns, I'm pretty sure. The trick shots. That's pretty neat.
The tyranny dares to attack us.
Alright, let's go finish this now.
Finish and ready.
System link has been established. All specs connected.
And that's a wrap. That felt like a lot of guys, but Absolute 2.0 in this patch is pretty rough. Especially for the double boss spawns. But Inferno Pistol Melta combo, pretty good, even with Inner Fire. I might actually prefer Inner Fire on it, just because getting your grapnel back fast is just so damn important in this game. And you honestly, you get a ton of HP back from Rapid Health versus the Tyranids anyways on the Melta Rifle, so not bad at all. And the Trick Shot combo, pretty strong combo for sure. Also fun. Very fun. Let's go take a look at what we got. That was a ton of range damage that time. Oh yeah, 45,000 range damage, 30,000 melee damage, 26 extremis, 1,000 kills. Pretty damn good, guys. Anyways, if you like content like this, subscribe for more. And as always, thanks for watching.